Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. This is EJ Joyful Plans. And if you're new, and maybe you found me from this special little collab video over on Ashley's channel, hello, welcome to my channel. So today is a fun video, folks. This is a collaboration with Ashley from Ashley Anderson Creates. Yay! I love Ashley. She is just so awesome. She's just a good human. And like her, I love Bujo inspired layouts. They are so fun. I love Bujo inserts. Bujo meaning bullet journal, where you're starting with dot grid filler paper and you're creating a plan from scratch. I love doing inserts for my planner. I do a lot of them. And I reached out to Ashley to see if she wanted to do a fitness Bujo inspired insert. And she was like, heck yes, let's do it. So that's what we're doing today. If you came from Ashley's channel, today I am creating a quarterly step tracker. If you are starting here on my channel and you want to see how a monthly step tracker looks, then after you've watched this video for the quarterly, go over to her channel and see what a monthly step tracker looks like. I just think this is a great collab idea. I think step trackers are a great way to just track your progress, to be motivated to fill out. If you've got like a sheet to fill out, it keeps you coming back and reminding you what your goals are. So I love this, and I love the idea of looking at two different ways to do it, because some people like monthly trackers, some people like quarterly, and some people like annually. Speaking of annually, let's just take a step back for a moment. We're gonna talk housekeeping before we get into the designs, because I really, really appreciate learning why we do things the way that we do, and I guess the methodology behind planning. And so I'm going to take a step back and give a little explanation. So this is my home planner. It's got everything in it, and I'm going to flip over to the health section. If you want to know this whole layout, I do have a video for it on my channel. And I'm going to flip over to health. This is my current step tracker that's basically expiring, and what led me to reach out to Ashley to see if she wanted to do a health spread with me. This is a 12-month step tracker. So if you're interested in just kind of logging somewhere your monthly steps for 12 months, this is something that I've done before. The reason I'm switching to a quarterly is because I like changing things up. I like having seasonal designs, and this just got super boring for 12 months. It like looking the same for 12 months. I also, I don't like that I can't get into like goals and seeing a breakdown by week. All I have are the monthly totals. If you want a monthly totals sheet, this is a really good example, but today we are transitioning over to a quarterly. My paper, the paper I pull from is usually from a Happy Notes or a guided journal. There have been a few over the last year and a half from the Happy Planner where they've had these like pre-printed pages, kind of Bujo-Style at the front. And then in the back, they have unadulterated, uncolored, untextured dot grid filler paper. So I do a lot of Bujo inspired spreads over on IGTV. I try to post one a week, and I get a lot of people asking, where do you get your dot grid filler paper? I honestly pull them from Happy Notes. This is the everyday, the colorful leopard guided happy journal from the Happy Planner in the spring 2021 release. If you can find an older one, there's a yellow cover that says hello today, and it also has kind of, I think it's called journaling, and it's a Happy Notes. So they always call them something different, but don't be afraid to open up those Happy Notes and those journals and see if you can find some plain dot grid filler paper. Before we get into the decorations, a little bit of methodology for how to do or how to think about a quarterly tracker, specifically as it pertains to health related stats. I've done a lot of little math here, so don't look at how terrible I am at math. But the first thing I did was I figured out, okay, what 3 months do I want? Well, I want Q2, second quarter of the year, which is April through May. There are 30 days in April, 31 days in May, 30 days in June. That is 91 days. You're supposed to walk 10,000 steps a day but it is a miracle if I break 5,000. My goal for the next 3 months is to hit at least 6,000. And so I just came up with the number 600,000 as my total step goal for Q2, which averages out to 6,593 steps a day. So I highly recommend if you're looking at doing a step tracker, and the number can be whatever you want it to be. If you already have 10,000 steps a day and it's super easy for you, then maybe go up to 12,000 steps a day. If you're like me and you have an office job and it's very difficult to get above 4 or 5, tack on a couple thousand more so that you have a goal that's actually attainable. Not too easy, not too hard. And so 600K for the quarter and then having the average be about 6,500 is something that I can do if I push myself a little bit. So I want to track the monthly goal, I want to log the monthly goal and the quarterly goal. I also want to log what my actual numbers are on the weekly. And then for the quarterly goal, I want something cute and decorative that is showing the progression from 0 steps to 600,000 steps. I highly recommend starting with a little piece of scratch paper to write down the information that you want on this sheet. Don't just go ham and start grabbing all your washi tapes and all your stickers and stuff. Oh, I just bumped my phone. Hold on. Am I still in the screen? I'm still in the screen. You know, don't just go in. You can go in with the decorative stuff, but I'd highly recommend, because this has to be for function first, know what you want to write down and make sure that you've created a space for it. After that, then you go in and you decorate. So we've done that. We know what I'm doing for Q2. You think about what you would want to do for 3 months at a time. Pick those 3 months, figure out how many days there are, set a total goal, and then figure out how many boxes you want to log your goals. The next thing is picking out your tools and your decorative items. I have decided to go with these super cute stickers from JoJo's Pretty Paper Shop. I've got a honeybee hive hiding over on this wax paper, another very helpful tool. And so I want to decorate with this very springy, and so I grabbed some washi tape that I thought would complement. This is a nice blue, purpley, neutral washi tape. And then whenever I use washi tape, I never use just one. Never use just one. Pick a color and pick a pattern. Layering 2 washi types of washi, one color and one pattern, is what's going to give you the most bang for your buck and make it look super cute, soups cute. So I will eventually have to pick one of these patterns. I just don't know yet. So I'm going to set these aside, but this is what we're working with. These stickers, this washi tape, and then of course you're going to need a pencil, eraser, and usually for my Bujo inspired spreads, I like a nice rich black ink, but that gives you a lot of control, and I'm going with the Papermate Flare. Having said all that, I know that was very verbose, but I did it this way because when I get into decorative planning and specifically Bujo-style inserts, I like to just be in the zone, and I'm not going to narrate through my entire process. So you're getting all the narration now, so you know where I'm headed, and I might pop in with some voiceover as I go, but if I don't, I will see you guys on the other side. Let's get to it. Hey guys, voiceover Elizabeth here. I'd hoped for the majority of my planning video you would hear a beautiful song that's getting you amped up, but I'm opting for voiceover just because I can tell that my video is a little bit darker than normal, and also sometimes I'm just a pinch out of frame. Sometimes this happens when filming, so I'm really sorry about that, but let's get into it. Hopefully this is helpful to hear what my process is as I go. The first thing I did was create 3 boxes, one for each month, April, May, and June, and I wanted them to be hanging from something because I really wanted to use the beehives. And if I'm going to use beehives with that look like they're hanging, they need to be hanging from something. That's one of the things that's really important to me when I'm decorative planning, and especially with Bujo-style spreads when I'm creating something from scratch. It needs to make sense. So if there is a person in my spread, they need to be grounded. They need to be standing on something. And likewise, if something is hanging from a spread or in a spread, they need to be hanging from something. So I thought I'd just throw up, I don't know, some sort of cord. I know that doesn't make sense, but something that the beehive could hang off of. And because of that, I decided to have my boxes be hanging as well. I started laying out the decorative stickers on the wax paper just to get a sense for where they would fall. But in general, I like to get my boxes arranged first, especially when using stickers that are white backed. Because they're white backed, you're not going to see the lines that you've drawn. So I went ahead and did that in the full black ink and then played around with sticker placement. The other thing I wanted on this spread was a way to track my steps. My total goal for the quarter is 600,000 steps. So my thought was to make a honey jar. I am no artist, so I kind of made a rough sketch of a honey jar, and then I marked off lines. They are in increments of about 33,000 steps because my goal is 600,000, and I can't remember how many sections. I can't do math. What were there? 18 sections, something like that. So each line is 33,000 steps, and as I complete 33,000 steps, I will fill in a line. Then I get to the fun part, which is decorating. Keep in mind that you do not have to be as extra as I am as you're placing stickers. I'm just super particular. And you can have a step tracker be just a step tracker. You don't have to go to the lengths that I do to lay stickers and doodle a honey jar. These are just things that I like to do because I see my planners and my trackers as memory keepers as well. That's why I decorative plan. I mean, part of it is the creative process. It's fun for me to do this. But I also do it because I keep these pages because I like to go back and see my progress. And when they look cute, you know, you look cute, you feel cute. So that is why I go a little bit extra when I'm just tracking numbers. So one of my favorite things to do with stickers is to cut them. Some people don't like cutting stickers, but I tell you, if you cut a sticker, I promise you, your spread will look so much better. It makes it seem more three-dimensional. And if you're getting little sticker sheets from specialty shops as well, it allows you to stretch out those stickers further because one sticker can be put in multiple places. What I just did really quickly was I popped it into the sheet into a mini because my writing surface is really hard. Your writing will look better on a soft surface, or at least mine does. So whenever I write with pen, I do in general try to put something soft underneath it. And I was marking in the different levels of steps. Now we're getting into populating the squares themselves, the boxes themselves. I thought it might be cute to have the months be in a box that kind of looks like dripping honey. So I kind of made a sploogey, kind of drippy looking box. I even put little smaller dots underneath so it looks like drops. And I filled it in with the Tombow pen. Did the same with the honey jar just to add a little bit of dimension to it, and wrote in April, May, and June. Typically, I use all caps in all of my planners, but something about the lowercase just looked extra whimsical. I went ahead and used the same Tombow to highlight the section where I'm going to be adding my total steps for each month, and then I framed it out with a Papermate flare, just for kicks. Then I grabbed my mild liner in gray and just did little swatches of color for each week. That is where I will put my step total for the week. Then I realized I probably should have a header on my spread. And so I created a box for the header and a box for the year 2021. Q2 step tracker is what that says. And I started to realize that the boxes still look a little bit plain. So I took my Papermate Flare and added little dashes along the outside of all of the boxes. This kind of gives it some extra dimension, and it looks like stitches, I guess you could say. And just to be super extra, I grabbed a gray pen, 2 different gray pens actually, and outlined the outside of the large boxes. And I ended up filling in the entire Q2 step tracker box. And because I used 2 different gray tones, it looks a little ombre. So I thought that was kind of a cool little touch, little extra dimension. One thing that's really missing from this spread is drop shadows. Love drop shadows, and they are present in every spread except for this one. And then my final touches are just adding a little bit of extra flowers. I had some stray pieces left, and I thought I would go ahead and pop them on. And I'm so glad I did a close-up up front so you guys could see what it all looks like. All right, friends, we are done. I'm so sorry that the video was dark. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Sometimes you just never know when you're filming a YouTube video, if you're breathing too loud, if you're out of shot, if your camera turns off, you just don't know. And once you've completed a spread, sometimes you don't want to redo it. And I only have these stickers. I only have the ones that I've used, and I really wanted to use them for this spread. So again, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I hope you stuck in with me. Ashley, I'm really sorry. What a collab. But at least you guys can see here what a quarterly step tracker would look like. I've got April, May, and June, a spot to put my steps for every week, and then a total for the month. And then as I go, every 33,000 steps, I'll fill in a line, and hopefully by the very end, my honey jar will be full at 600,000 steps. I was gonna put like a subheader up here for what my actual goal is for each month, like my average monthly, and then my total goal of 600,000. But this tracker is for me, and I know that it's 600,000, and I know, you know, if I get to May and I'm not a third of the way to 600,000, then I'm gonna have to really step things up, you know, partway through May. So I know that for myself, I didn't include it, but if that's something that you would like to see kind of in your face regularly, there are little spaces around here you could probably hang other little boxes with your goals. And I think that is it. So if you have not done so already, I do hope you'll go over to Ashley's channel. Again, Ashley Anderson Creates. She has done a monthly step tracker, and I myself am gonna head over there and check it out as well. So until next time, guys, God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. Come hang out with both me and Ashley over on Instagram. Our handles are EJJoyful_plans and Ashley Anderson Creates. I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers.